Welcome to the Grown Up Group. This is a podcast of regular people tackling the world from a Black perspective. Today we're discussing life, and we're with the crew. We're with Kira, Joe, and Jazz, and I'm Ty. So I'll give you a little introduction about myself. I'm a mom of four. I am an accountant. I am a construction manager. I work 3 to 4 jobs during the day. I have a lot of responsibilities on my plate. So just like the everyday woman, I am able to
hmm
step up, manage my career, my children, and execute my day-to-day life as best as possible. Of course, with some alcoholic beverages in addition to that.
Right.
Um,
Oh well, yeah,
Wine
yeah,
is my
really.
friend. Wine is my friend. Hello. We need that. So that's who I am. It's collectively, I'm all those components, moving pieces. And in addition to run this podcast and coordinate the information with the crew members to get collective information on what we feel is affecting the Black community and how it would best suit you guys to discuss those issues. And the format, it changes based on interviews or discussions. I like it to be discussions because it's like a conversation that needs to be had and the different perspectives from each member because we all come from all walks of life. So it's a collective group conversation. And I don't feel that one person contributes more than the other because without one, we wouldn't have the group. So welcome to the Grown Up Group, and this is who we are. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy our discussions.
Say hi, I'm Kara. Right now, I do data entry for a research company. I'm a mom. Right now, I'm just living life living me or whatever. We live in each other like that.
Right.
I'm a mom of four. I'm also a grandma.
Oh,
Hey.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Let's go with old Joe. Name is Joe. I'm a retired police detective. I've been retired now for about 4 years. I've been retired. That's crazy. I did 25 years in the field. Retired 4 years ago. I'm a husband of 21 years. I have four beautiful children. I just became a grandfather 9 months ago.
Really?
Yes,
Hey.
yes, yes.
congratulations.
Yeah,
G-Pop status.
oh my goodness, she got me wrapped around her finger already, and she can't
Oh, they
even
do.
walk.
Mhm.
She got me. Other than that, right now, like I said, I'm enjoying retirement life. I do some consulting work when I want to. Other than that, spending time with the kids, getting to know their lives and the things that they enjoy, and trying to, get a bit more into them. The wife and I, we do our traveling. Other than that, you can find me on the golf course or in my recliner. That's it. That's pretty much
Yes.
me. It's pretty much me. Jazz, what you got?
Jazz. Who is Jazz? This boxing mystery we got right here.
So I'm Jazz, mother of four children, one son and three daughters, and I might as well have four sons because if anybody knows me, you know them kids, I'm a stay-at-home mother. I take care of my son. He has special needs. He's autistic. Um, and my slogan for him is autistic my ass because every day this boy does something is like he's faking. My kids say he's faking. Like, he's not faking. He's not faking. And then he says something it's like, wait, what? So yeah, he scares me a lot, blah blah. I also host WrestleMania Scare Straight. Whatever these kids get into, that they feel like they want to get into, that's what I'm for. They wrestle, they fight. I run a Scare Straight program. Yeah, all that. Yeah, that's who I am. I've been a mother for 24 years and it's been stressful. I'm gonna say that. I've had
It's stressful
my run
forever.
with it. But did y'all know that we all have four kids?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you know
We all
what?
have
I was
four
just about to pick
kids.
up
I'm
on
like,
that.
wait, what?
I was just
Oh,
about to say something about that. Yeah.
so who kids are older?
Joe's.
Joe, okay.
My
I figured.
my oldest son is 33. That's the one that just came
Oh
out the
yeah.
academy.
I figured, yep.
So I got 33, a son, 22 daughter, 17 son, and 14 daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So two
Oh,
two
like
boys and
me.
two
Boy,
girls.
girl, boy, girl.
Yep, exactly. Boy, girl,
Okay.
boy, girl.
Me and Jazz both have one son, and then the rest girls, which are heathens.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, I feel so
Just give me
sorry
the
for y'all
opposite. I
son.
wanted if you could switch mine around, I would. Yeah.
Right.
It's
you
the
and me
girl.
both. Oh my
It's
It's,
the
God.
girl.
it's always the girls. The boys are so easy they so
My
easy to
goodness.
manage, so easy to take care of, and they
Yeah.
just quiet.
He
My
The
sons,
girls
my sons are nothing. My daughter,
right. Yeah, right. That.
like,
Woo.
I'm like, but you know what? In the best way possible. Like I've been blessed. My kids are great.
right.
You know, my sons are great, but my daughters, I'm just like, oh my God,
Like
can't
what's
wear me down.
yes, like
Give
what
you a
is it
run for your
now?
money. It's the mouth for
Yes.
me. I'm like, if
Oh
you say it
my
one
God.
It's
more
the
time, I'm a
it's the
karate chop.
begging. It's the begging and the squatting like you're 21, right? I push you out. But you live in my basement. So you went from upstairs to the basement. So the next thing should be the exit, like the door, the front door.
Yes,
But I'm not gonna
yes.
rush her.
They
I'm rushing
never
her.
leave.
It's
You
her
know,
like
They never leave.
it's too much. It's too I can't. It's just like I'm tired. I'm
yeah.
tired.
So let me ask you. So you know, we're here. We're parents. We're adults. We're working. We're doing what we got to do to survive. Let me ask you. What do you guys? What do y'all do to kind of unwind and break away from life? Like, what is your guilty pleasure? What do you
It was
do to
in my
relax?
intro, wine. That's it. It was in my intro, wine. I just sit here with wine
Listen,
and
we're
I
parents
just,
before. That's a given. So
Right.
Right.
No, but you know the crazy part for me is I do it stone cold sober. I have never drank like never like
she
with them.
doesn't
Like I said
drink
before, I
nothing.
need to. They're telling me to do it. I'm like, no, they're like, do it, please. Maybe you're
you should have.
asleep and
Drink,
leave right. They're like,
drink,
maybe you're asleep and leave us alone.
Maybe you
What are you
Right.
doing, Tom? What is that?
drink.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
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 Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
right.
That too.
Pass that cup around.
I have an extensive bourbon collection. So yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, I think as soon as you become a parent, like when you leave the hospital, it should be like a complimentary bottle of liquor or like
Uh-huh.
a lifetime
Wine.
Listen,
supply of whatever you need or whatever you want, whether it be a smoke
it
mode
should be
Your gift
there.
or
card.
whatever you drink.
Oh
It should
my
be
goodness.
automatic.
So
It
I
should be
gotta tell
automatic.
you guys, I put on a horror movie. I have a glass or a bottle of wine. I can put a straw in a bottle of wine and just sit there. But I
My
am a
God.
popcorn connoisseur. Like I will mix
Right.
Right.
popcorn. I put seasoning in my
Yeah.
popcorn. I don't play with my popcorn. The butter ratio to
Okay,
seasoning and salt,
okay.
you gotta mix it up right. Like
You
Mhm.
I will sit here and watch a
You
good
do
horror
have a nice
movie.
but you got to have a nice butter to salt ratio.
Oh,
I agree.
you have
yeah.
to. I love popcorn. I put hot sauce on my popcorn. I put garlic powder on my. I put lemon butter. I put lemon pepper. You name it. I got a whole
Oh,
gourmet season
Okay.
collection of seasons to put on popcorn, and I use every last one of them because I love popcorn and I love
right.
wine.
There
At
you
least you
go.
have
So,
that. If I go
Yeah.
even think about putting food in my mouth, picking my kid, snatching it mid-air. Like,
Oh
oh mommy,
no.
what's that? Oh
Mm-mm.
mommy, what's that?
No,
What's that, mommy?
Mm-mm.
Oh mommy,
no, nope.
yes,
It's
yes.
mine. That's what it is. It's mine.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I can say it's mine, but you know who
right.
really gets me? No, really gets me. My son. He know I got a. My son know I got a soft spot for him. My girls know that too. So
Mm.
it's like he
Mhm.
don't. He communicate, but what he'll do is he'll say, "Mommy, you like that?" And I'm like, "Well, obviously I like it. If I'm eating, I bought it. That what does it taste like? Food."
Right. Right.
And
Where
then
is
like
he?
Food.
Like, where is he in the hierarchy? Like, like is he like the first, the oldest, the youngest? Like,
the
where's he?
first, the
He's the
first.
oldest. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
24 years old, and they know. They say,
Okay.
"Mommy, he's your favorite." I said, "I don't have a favorite." I said, "But out of all y'all, he's the one to give me the least trouble.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
Hence, that makes him the
like he gives me
favorite.
the
No.
least trouble." I guess right. I'm guessing because of, his disability or whatever. Maybe that's probably why. But now he's starting to do stuff that's like quote unquote like normal, and it's like, my
Uh-huh.
God. Like yesterday, I was sitting here, right? Now I was downstairs, and I yelled for him. He was going up the stairs. I already said, "Jason, can you mind me her slippers, please?" He said, "Your slippers?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I said the blue ones." He said, "Blue ones?" I said, "Yeah." He go in the room. He waits for me to yell because I'm like, "Jason, give my slippers. You didn't bring them yet." He like, "You want your slippers?" I'm like, "Yeah." Why you asking the same questions? Bring them here. So he waits for me to get mad enough to come upstairs. As soon as I got to my door, he slammed the door in my face and locked me out of my room. Now he's in the room laughing at me. So I said, "Jason, when I get this door open, it's gonna be me and you." I said, "It's gonna be me and you." He says, "It's gonna be me and you." I said, "I promise you, it's gonna be me and you." So what he didn't know was I got a key to my door. And what he'd do is he'd usually hold the door so I can't get in. But this time he know the door's locked. So he's like, "She can't get in here." I opened that door. You should see him running past me out the door. I said, "When I catch you." So now I'm getting the, like, when they said like boy moms and the things they go through with their boys, with the sons, how annoying they
Mhm.
Mhm.
are. He's
Yeah.
annoying. He's becoming that.
Mhm.
And I prayed to God. I said, "Lord, I said, just make my son quote unquote normal. Let me experience him, fully experience him." And I'm experiencing it. I'm
Mhm.
like, for real, Lord,
Yeah, well, sometimes you get what you ask for.
You get what you
No, no,
ask
no.
for.
And I said that,
Exactly.
right?
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
before his communication was basically like, it was like, barely any. I have to talk to him, and bring him into the conversation. And he really doesn't talk. Now he talks, and he also curses. So my Jason, no, no.
Oh, wow.
And his favorite
Yes,
word,
yes.
his favorite word is MF. Not just
Oh
like,
yeah.
he's not the top tier word. Like, you know what you're doing.
Little favorite word.
I know.
And
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
so
that's a good one.
you
He
picked
living
the
his Sam Jackson life, huh?
yes.
Right, right.
And then he's saying you MF and MF. I'm like, Jason, yes, he loves it. It's like you picked when I asked God to let you talk, I said, Lord, just let my son communicate. And he's doing a very good job. But I said, Lord, you trying to be funny?
Yeah,
Because it's a
yeah.
game. I
You
said, you know
asking
what, you
for
got
it?
that?
Bam, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's really
Right.
giving it to me. So now I'm really experienced like who he may be. I'm like, oh, I'm loving it. But it's like, why you want to bother me? He come out here in the middle of the night and stand in the middle of the door. He stand in my doorway and he start laughing. I said, what is it now? He just bust out laughing and walk off. I said, that's all, like, go to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, go to bed. He comes to my door just to annoy me. I'm like, go, bye. And he just, so now I'm getting in it. I'm loving every bit of it. Yeah.
Right,
He's something.
right, right,
I'm
right,
like,
right.
So, Kira, what is your favorite pastime? What do you do to
Oh,
unwind
ooh,
oh,
y'all
look at
know.
y'all.
besides 48 hours?
I was
Right,
just
right,
about
right.
to say,
First 48, right.
First
my
48. There you
40
go. First
my
48.
48 hours.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I 9 o'clock. Okay, it's time for everything to shut down. My first 48 hours on. I
Yes.
will have a bottle of wine. I was pull out my things because you like your popcorn. I like my pumpkin seeds.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
not the
over here going
pumpkin
through it now with
seeds.
my tongue. So
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's feeling that, yeah.
I'm over here
Wow.
stressed out with my
Nice.
tongue right now because this is my second pack I have for the day. I usually just
Oh,
try to
wow.
eat
Oh,
my pack or whatever. But yeah, I go through that. I have no kids in the house right now. So yay to me.
Yes. Oh, Lord.
lucky.
Yes,
I'm so
yes,
jealous.
You're so
So
yes.
jealous.
Two of them,
lucky.
the oldest two, they grown, married off, got their own family, they out. The two youngest one is where he at, and my baby, she with her dad for the summer.
Oh, yes.
that's a
Oh,
blessing right
joy.
there. That's sweet.
Oh,
I love
Oh,
that.
joy.
wow.
Look at you. I want
Yeah.
to cry for you.
All little
I
girls need their
know.
dads. That's
I
a
want to
huge
cry for you
message
so
right
bad. I'm
there.
so happy.
Those two have a bond like woof,
Yeah.
That's
like
a
this.
good, that's a
So
great
Beautiful.
thing though. That's
Yeah.
a great
yeah,
thing.
they
Wow.
they gone. The house is quiet. It's me, my
Good.
cat, my sister, but
Oh,
Mhm.
you're so
we
lucky.
good. We good over here. We don't have no
Yeah.
complaints.
I
All
still
right. I'm
got
so jealous.
I got
We
three
don't
out
have
of
no
four
complaints.
over
But
here, and I'm just oh
but
God, here we go.
Right, right.
I, I was staying with my son for a little bit, the oldest one. He's 27.
Mm.
And him and the baby, them two close because them two act just the same way, just a younger and a bigger one. And they argued over who is the favorite kid. And my son, he like, I'm the favorite. And everybody knows that or whatever. And my baby like, no, I'm the favorite because I'm the youngest or whatever and this and that. But
Mm-mm.
here come this youngest like, oh, so you want that to be your favorite? Then you go with him then. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you're only 8. How you telling me to
Oh
go
my
with him?
God.
Because that's no, you want something from me, you go ask your favorite
Yeah,
child.
yes,
Don't
yes, they do. Mine do the same thing. Mine do the same thing. My daughter go down there and make the food that I bought. I pay for out of my pocket. Go make
Wow.
food. And then I say, oh, make me a plate. She's like, oh, make you a plate. But your favorite upstairs talking back to you.
yeah.
But you want something to eat? Nah, you good.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm good in my own house, my food. I said,
Goddamn
bet.
kids.
Okay. Yeah, she gonna sit and she give me a plate like, oh, I should have gave you nothing. I said, my own food, I should have gave you nothing. Like, yeah, that favorite stuff is
Damn
terrible.
kids.
Yeah.
It is.
So, Joe, what do you like to do in your pastime? I heard golfing.
Yeah, honestly, I started playing golf about 15 years ago.
Mm.
I live in South Jersey and I am far from Fort Dix. What happens is everyone in my neighborhood is pretty much when I first moved here, everyone in my neighborhood was pretty much retired military.
Yeah.
So at one point, we were the youngest family on the block.
Mm.
Mhm.
So, one of my who is now is like my brother, one of my best friends who lived down the street from me, retired as well. I'm like, I'm sitting up here getting up, going to work on a Tuesday morning, and I would literally see like 6 guys. I'm coming out my house with my work bag, and I see a bunch of guys coming out their houses with golf clubs. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right.
So, so one of my closest friends who's black, and I'm like, bro, you play golf? He said, hell yeah. You don't? I said, no, I've never, no, not even something I ever even thought about doing. So he said, listen, just come out with us one day. You don't even have to play, just ride around. So I went out. It was him and one of our neighbors, the 3 of us. So I went out with him, and they were playing. I'm just riding around the golf cart, but it was just so much fun being there. Like the interaction, the fun, you just ranking on each other, having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right. So I went out, bought me a cheap set of golf clubs, and started playing. And the first time I played, I hated it. I just wanted to, I was like, this is stupid. Why the hell am I trying to hit this little ball with this stick? This is dumb. You know what I mean? But when I finally did, I was like, all right, I want to do this every day of my life. So I just got into it. And the one thing I learned, the one thing I started to get from it is that the more I played, the more I got into it, the more different types of people I would meet. And I'm sitting up here, I'm going to golf tournaments, golf outings, and playing. So I'm sitting here playing with people who are just as funny, silly, stupid, drunks, like just want to have a good time.
Right.
And so I'm like, yeah, so what do you do? I run across the guy, he's like, oh, I'm a Fifth Circuit Appeals Court judge for the United States Supreme Court. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Right. Different people.
We've been sitting out here for 3 hours, knocking back shots of whiskey, rap about each other's mother, just having a good time, and you're a federal judge? Oh yeah, have been for 30 years. Wait, what do you do? Oh, I'm the chief of cardiovascular surgery at North Beth Israel. Wait, what?
Right.
Watch you fall down into a pond because you're too drunk to say, you know what I mean? So you start to realize, and that's what really kept me into it, is that you would come across people who you could network with, and just meet. But while you're out there, it's just about enjoying each other's company and getting to know each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's something else, that I was going to throw at you, Ty, and all you guys. Like, have you ever done something out of the normal comfort zone of what people of color normally do? Because someone asked me, they were like, why do you play golf? Black people don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, have you ever heard of Tiger? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they're like, no, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I am nowhere like him. They're like, well, what makes you want to go out there and do this? And that's one of the things I've noticed, is that one of those things that you do, you meet people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
Regardless of what your status is as a professional, but it was kind of like an equalizer. And I've come to make friends and contacts. I can say, I got my son, before he got into law enforcement, I got him a job with the New York Giants in their video department because of somebody I met on the golf course.
That's really nice.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Yeah,
so, I'm like, this is something that I do that I love. And I think that, people of color, we need to start embracing things that are out of our comfort zone, because you never know, like, the benefits of it.
Absolutely.
Just come back full circle. But but that's pretty much like, if I'm not doing my consulting, that's where I'm at. So if I don't answer a text immediately from you, Ty, I'm on the 5th hole. That's why. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
All right. I'm
Got
just
you.
letting
I
you
got
know.
you. I understand that. I do want to say that something about that. That's kind of how I stumbled in the industry that I am. Because even though I do specialize in accounting, I have a strong background with construction management over 20 years. And that's something that I went into that field when I was 20 years old, and I didn't see many people that looked like me. It was a lot of Italians, Latinas, Hispanic. You see so many different ethnicities but us. And I was like, no, I'm gonna stay in this. Let me stick this out and see where we go. And as I now have, come to it. I've trained people. I've, gotten them OSHA certified. I've taken people under my wing and I basically showed them the works, how things work from the very beginning, inception of a contract, government
Mhm.
bids, etc. That's how I know a lot about grants. You guys, I tell you guys, I research everything for that reason because that's what I do in construction management. I go on a job site and I research. I'll do their whole analysis of like their land development before they even start breaking the ground open to do construction. So that's like my
Mhm.
specialty, and I got into it because, as Jill stated, like you don't walk into these same walks of life. From African Americans, you don't see a lot
Yeah.
of Black people
Yeah.
in
Right.
construction, and when you
Right.
do, they're laborers. Like they're just doing laborers and the
Yes.
grunt work. And I'm like,
Yes.
no, you
Yes.
don't have to
Yes.
always
Yes.
throw that sledgehammer. You don't have to be the person there doing the actual brunt and breaking your back. I don't do construction work. I do consulting and analytical work for
Mhm.
construction. So it's a big
Right.
difference. And that, showing other people like-minded, that's like me, if you pay attention to detail, that's exactly what you need to do. That's it. So yeah,
Mm.
that's kind of
Yeah.
funny that you said that. I think that's why I go to wine when I come off, because every guy in construction, they'll tell you like, let's go to the bar, let's go hang out. And I'm like, oh yeah, you grab beer, I'll go grab a glass of wine. And that's where my
Mhm.
love for wine actually started. I would go to these job sites with all of these Italian bosses, and they would tell me, "Oh no, pair this with this. Oh, taste this with that." And you get your broad, you get a broad,
Yeah.
Broaden your
range
horizons.
of things to taste. And you're like, "What in the world? How did I not know this?"
Mhm.
Who knows to put lemon in your coffee? I
Mm.
do.
Lemon.
I'm like, I do.
Listen, a
It
double
helps your
espresso with a
digestion.
lemon peel is nothing.
Yes,
Is nothing like
yes,
it.
you know it, Joe.
Mm.
There you go. That's what I'm
Get
talking
a
about.
double espresso with a little lemon
Yes,
peel going around the rim. Drop it in.
absolutely. Yes.
Forget about it.
Yes, absolutely. Forget about it, right?
Listen, and
I
that
never
goes
forget the
back to
first time I saw it. I was like, this is asinine, but it's so good. And I was like, why do you do that? And they're like, it helps digest. That's why you have a
Yeah.
cup of coffee, a
digestion.
cappuccino at the end of your meal, because that's what's going
Good
to help your
meal.
digestive
Yep.
tract. Absolutely.
Oh.
Right.
So they
Mm.
teach you things that you wouldn't know if,
Yeah.
and then your Black community. My mother didn't tell me that. She would have a cup of coffee to wake up in the morning, but she would never have a cup of coffee at the end of a
The
meal to show
lemon.
you this is the
Right.
digestion of your system. And when we would say add lemon to our water, we're like, no, add lemon to everything, even your coffee, you know?
Yep.
And I
Mm.
learned it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You learned
Well, I
things.
learned
Every
something new
night
today.
after dinner, I
Different
have a
walks of
double
life.
espresso.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Single night. After I eat dinner, I have a double espresso with a little shaved lemon peel.
Yep.
Rub it around the rim. Drop it in. Forget
Yep.
about it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
My
Absolutely.
I
You
have my
learn.
cappuccino in the morning to keep me going. That's what I
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
I have
That's
my
But
it.
you
coffee in the
learn,
morning.
but you
Yeah.
learn, and it's a great thing to have because different health benefits to things too. You got to
Yeah.
look at how other cultures like function and work and what
Yeah.
they do
Exactly.
sometimes, and it tells you so
Exactly.
much. You see that old Italian man that's living to 90 years old, and you want to know why and how.
Right.
You
Right.
know what?
Right.
Because that
Yeah.
that man has several glasses of red wine every
Yep.
day.
Absolutely.
Drinks about
Mhm.
3 or 4 double espressos, and
Yep.
he smokes
Mhm.
about 5 cigars. And you wonder how he
Absolutely.
got to be 103 years old, still walking
That's
around?
how.
And they
That's
Right.
eat
how.
dinner before 6 o'clock. Dinner is before six
Right.
o'clock. You eat
Mm.
dinner before,
Exactly.
and heavy pastas and stuff, you got to burn that off. All
Yeah,
that
yeah,
energy
yeah,
off. So
definitely.
I learned so much being in that industry. I just wanted to say that because when you said, "Oh, Ty, I don't know if you ever did," I'm like, "Oh, that's why I'm in the industry. I am." I grew to love it based on the things that my cultural experiences from each, ethnic group. I was like, "Oh man, I'm learning something from them. I'm listening from this." Poquito
Yep.
español. I also speak a little bit of Spanish because of the people that I
You
work
learned
with.
it.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I've learned a lot, from my fellow brethren out there in the field. So, I'm grateful for that. Um,
Yeah.
I do want to also say that I think that each one of us play a part in the podcast. And I do really want to say that because I feel like I'm always the researcher, right? I
Right.
feel like Jazz is our storyteller. Jazz, you tell a
Yeah.
story like
Woo.
nobody else, I swear. And you have them for days, so I love it. And then I think Kira's our thinker. She's always on the side, just like, what's going on with them and why are they saying this? And I'm gonna make sure I put in and say blah blah blah. So Kira's our thinker
Uh-huh.
and Joe is our philosopher. So at the end of the day, we all come together as a collective group. Joe's always sitting there thinking and telling us when we right and when we're wrong, and we
Right.
needed that because
Uh-huh.
it's supposed to be a male Black
Yeah.
perspective, and he definitely
Right.
delivers on that
Yeah,
realm.
absolutely.
There we go. And I think that this is the grown up group. There we are. That's us. Jazz, Kira, Joe, thank you for joining us. We will see you in the next show, in the next podcast. We hope you come back. Bye.
Always.